Hello, my friends. I'm back. I don't know what happened. The video suddenly cut short. Very, very strange. My internet is super powerful right now. I shouldn't be disconnected. So let's try to continue. I really don't know what else I can do with this internet here. It's really crazy. So if you are hearing this for the first time, we read this book, Among Brothers of Other Lands. We are reading chapter 18 today. The title is Personal Commitment. So I will read the whole chapter and then I will start commenting on it. And please feel free to write, to comment, to add anything that you think it's important, or you would like to ask me a question about it, okay? So let's go. Chapter 18, Personal Commitment. I planted the seed, Apollo watered it, but God made it grow. Paul 1 Corinthians 3:6. There shall be no solvent personalism in the crop of the Spirit. As much as in any effort in the terrestrial field, no cultivator can boast to doing everything in the land of the soul, either in regard to the sowing or harvesting. After the effort of whoever plants, there follows someone to take care for the newly grown vegetable. Someone will help, others will correct, and some others will protect it. However, thinking of the definitive decentralization of service, many fellows run away from the initiative in the constructions of a moral order that depends on us. Invited to edifying commitments, many of them in this or that area of service affirm themselves inept to the task. If any of they should never start the learning experience on the inner betterment. Others assert with irony that they were not born to be leaders. The ones who proceed this way can leave to God simple obligations in regard to the ascension, progress, purification, or improvement. But the laws of the Creator do not exempt the individual from the duty to collaborate in the edification of goodness and truth in benefit of oneself. Let us observe the word of the Apostle Paul, who already knew the issues of the self-improvement in regard to evangelization. I planted the seed, Apollo watered it, but God made individual devotion to the cause of truth is visible and clear to such conception. We know that the essence of all activity in agricultural works proceeds originally from divine providence. From God comes the seed, the soil, the climate, the sap, and the orientation to the development of the tree, as much as the intelligence, health, courage, and the discernment of the cultivator come from God. But we are forced to recognize that someone must plant. Paris, France, August 23rd, 1965. And this text is from the Spirit, Emmanuel. I believe we all know who Emmanuel is. It's a very elevated spirit. He was the beneficial, the guide, the instructor of the medium Chico Xavier. And he wrote many books through his hands, psychographic books. But he wrote three novels of his own life, beautiful novels, telling how were his previous reincarnations. So one of them is 2,000 years ago, then 50 years later, then Hail Christ. Beautiful. If you have the opportunity, please read these books. It will bring so much enlightenment to your life, and you will understand why this spirit Emmanuel is who he is now, because he also changed a lot through his reincarnations, through a lot of personal effort, personal commitment. That's what is written here. We can never improve, we can never become better people if we do not personally commit to improvement. And improvement is not easy, especially moral improvement. You know, intellect, many times people are born a little bit more intelligent than others because in the previous life they exercised it very well. So intelligence, the spirits always say it's faster to improve, but the morality takes longer. So we need to dedicate ourselves to this type of improvement. Of course, everything is balanced. We need both to really become an elevated spirit. But right now we are here working on our personal improvement. So if you want to write anything, please write it. I hope the internet's not going to disconnect again. I never know. But so let's start analyzing the text. So it talks about personal commitment. So I already spoke about it. Personal commitment. We are here right now. This is a personal commitment. We are following this study of a very beautiful and powerful book. And I always say, you can always read it alone. Of course, we can do anything alone. But it's always much more interesting and also important to see different aspects, different points of views from other people. So I might say something that you haven't thought about it, and you're like, yeah, I never thought about that. Or someone might comment on something that will bring some light to your interpretation. So that's why it's very good when we study in groups, not just this book, but all other books or any books. So let's go. So he says here, for example, in the second paragraph, after the effort of whoever plants, there follows someone to take care of the newly grown vegetable. So whoever plants, if it's a personal commitment, we have to plant. So we have to better ourselves in order to help other people. So if we want to help our children, our parents, our friends, if we want to be the example, we have to have this already developed in us or already in the process of development. So we have to be already improving. We have to be already following the correct direction so we can invite others to understand, to join us, and to help us. So it will continue. Someone will help it. Someone will help us. So we start doing something. We are not alone. We are always surrounded. And we think, oh, I live alone. I work alone. Okay, so you might be physically alone, but Chico Xavier, this very famous Brazilian medium, he used to say, we are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses. witnesses, spirits. We are surrounded by spirits. So depending of what we are connecting, these will be the spirits that will be surrounding us. So if we are doing something positive, we are studying this book, spirits that are interested in understanding, spirits that are interested in helping us to improve, they will be surrounding us with their knowledge to help us to improve. But whenever we are doing something bad, also whenever we are gossiping, whenever we are doing something that's not good, we will be attracting spirits with that type of energy. So spirits that will enjoy that type of energy, that type of thing. So we have to be careful with our thoughts, with our actions, with our words, because we will be attracting others with the same symphony. So let's think about it. So it talks about someone that will help it, that will correct it, and others that will protect it. So every time you are doing something, help will come. Someone will come to guide us, to inspire us, and even to protect. Whatever we are doing is not really correct, we are doing it more or less, someone will come and help us. No, it's not exactly like this, let's do like that. So we will be guided, and it's very good. It's very good to demonstrate that we are never totally alone as we imagine. So whenever we are going through a situation that it's difficult, it's stressful, it's a problem that we are really upset, it's very good that we take a few minutes to rest and pray for something positive to happen, for inspiration to come, and for us to listen, to understand. Because many times the guardian angel is right next to us, saying, don't do that, or go here, or go that. And we can't hear, we can't connect. So it's very important for us. Guys, let me just ask you, can you write anything just to make sure you are able to write, if everything is right, if you can see me? I only see 4 names here and it's kind of frozen. So I'm hoping I'm not talking to myself. Maybe I disconnected. I don't even know, but I think I'm connected. I think I'm connected. I will continue. Let's cross our fingers that this crazy internet is good. So this portion, it's very important. And then the third paragraph goes, however, thinking on the definitive decentralization in the spiritual service, many fellows run away from the initiative in the constructions of moral order that depends on us. This sentence I have heard in many different ways. Not just about our personal improvement, but I have heard even from famous speakers when they say, oh, this person said that she liked the idea of Spiritism, but when she came to the Spiritist Center and she heard that we have to do our inner transformation, that we have to start things within us, that we have to start forgiving, that we have to start helping our enemies, that we have to start this very tough work of respecting someone that do not respect us. This is very hard for a lot of people. Because a lot of people, they're like, no, don't even ask me that. Don't even ask me that. I cannot do that. He attacked me. He did this, he did that. So when we are still in this level of thinking, this level of understanding of life, spiritist reality can be people. People usually like the idea that they can go somewhere and there will be like some miracle thing there. Someone will give us a super special passe, you know, the energetic healing, and we will be cured of diseases, of our spiritual diseases, our moral diseases. And it's almost like erasing all our mistakes with an eraser and start all over. But we know in reality it's not that. And it is hard for all of us. So I can imagine how you end up in Spiritism. But we all arrive in different ways. Usually, we come to Spiritism for some kind of a pain, some kind of problem, some kind of difficulty, something that we couldn't really resolve, and we couldn't find a way of resolving it. And someone invited us and said, listen, let's go to this place because it might help you. And then that's how we started. Yes, there are few people who actually join Spiritism because they heard of it and they really good. I want to learn more about that. I want to join it. But the very, very large majority goes to Spiritism because of some kind of a pain that they could not find the medication or the relief anywhere else. Then they go to Spiritism in the search for this. But even those people that go like this, not all of them remain, because as I said, when they start seeing the importance of the inner transformation, the importance of everything that we have to do to be better, to get better, to hope and work for a better life, most of the people quit. They don't want that. They want something coming from heaven and say, okay, you're going to be happy, you're going to be beautiful, you're going to be rich, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. Almost like if God had created us absolutely perfect, like it created us without a need for improvement. You're already perfect. And we know God didn't do that because we wouldn't have any personal effort, any personal participation, a little bit more elevated being. And that's exactly what he wanted. So he created all of us simple. Every single spirit was created simple and ignorant. And then through the ages, the millennia, we were evolving. We had many, many, many reincarnations, and we had a lot of improvements because we are always progressing. Of course, some spirits progress much faster than others. Many reincarnations to finally understand something. But at